Good afternoon, gentlemen. Fair law practitioners by Colonel Atul Tyagi, Advocate, and Anant Tyagi, Advocate, once again bring an analysis of the judicial pronouncement. The judicial pronouncement came in August 2020 and it was related to the removal of squatters around the railway track in the capital. A lot of criticism of the judgment was seen in the social circle, and as a responsible law firm, we decided to go through the judgment, cited judgments, and thought it prudent to put it before all of you. Gentlemen, every country during its historical evolution has faced the problem of squatter settlements, and most countries of the underdeveloped world face this problem even today. Even the highly developed countries face the problem, however, with their resources, plethora of resources, and a lesser population, they are able to overcome the problem. Well, fundamental rights are undoubtedly conferred upon by the Constitution upon individuals, which have to be asserted and enforced by them if they are violated. But the high purpose which the Constitution seeks to achieve by conferment of fundamental rights is not only to benefit individuals but to secure the larger interests of the community. The Supreme Court has ordered the removal of 48,000 squatters, the slum clusters, located within the safety zones along the railway tracks in Delhi within 3 months. In one of the last orders delivered by bench led by Justice Arun Mishra, the court purposefully mentioned that there shall be no interference from the political class. Gentlemen, some cases were cited. One is Olga Tallis, and another is uh, Sudama Singh 2010 in Delhi High Court. Olga Tallis judgment is was given by five judges bench in 1985. Unfortunately, the citation of the cases is malicious and purposeful to twist the meaning of the judgments in various social circles. In 1985, the Supreme Court five-judge bench held that the right to life under Article 21 includes the right to livelihood and housing, which in turn entitles the right holder to a right to notice and hearing prior to evictions. Well, no person has the right to encroach by erecting a structure or otherwise on footpaths, pavements, or any other place reserved or earmarked for public. It was mentioned clearly in the judgment. Well, during a judgment, the Supreme Court or the High Courts do pass their observations, but those observations are not the final judgment. They are not at times a part of the final judgment. And unfortunately, many learned people make use of the casual observations of the judges within the ambit of the oral judgment and twist the entire purpose. The Supreme Court had made it very clear in that judgment that the people have to be treated as humans since they are the deprived people. They should not be thrown out with the sense of irresponsibility. They have to be given the notice and they have a right to be heard. But where did Supreme Court favor the encroachment as such? In Sudama Singh, in 2010, that case, the Delhi High Court held that persons aggrieved by forced evictions should not be considered to be encroachers. They should be treated with empathy, sympathy, and proper layout plan should be made for their rehabilitation or for their resettlement. But nowhere did they justify the encroachment. For far too long, the political misuse of encroachers in cities has been on in active connivance of agents and local political mafia and goons. The constitution has been put in the front, and the pious provisions of constitution are quoted to gain immediate ascendancy and justification, to convert a morally and legally wrong practice as a correct ethical and evoking sentiments related to poverty and social inequality. Article 39A, which actually provides right to livelihood. Article 41 provides right to work. Article 37, which provides that the directive principles in itself are fundamental in the governance of the country. Article 21, right to life, that includes right to livelihood also. Article 19(1)(g), that includes right to shelter, and read with Article 21, overall, it covers right to residence and settlement. There is no denying to that. Where has the court directed the state instrumentalities not to roll out their plan for rehabilitation? The court also directs stakeholders to prepare a comprehensive plan for the removal of jhuggies. The plan is to be made and executed in a phased manner. If the city administration, backed by their political masters, remain insensitive to first violation when the first jhuggi was set up in the public place, why do they now look towards the court to justify the removal? It is not the job of the court to instruct each and every bit of work which is involved in the execution of order. The court ordered for the first time an order in the interest of public good without entering social engineering and factors associated with social politicking. Is right to life better protected adjacent to the railway tracks? Are better opportunities available on the tracks and within the safety zones? Certainly not. The idea of initial settlement near such critical areas is not life, that right to life or livelihood, but actually land grabbing. The urban sharks, in form of agents, use the poor destitute from the day they enter the city and milk them out completely till the end of their life. The judicial scrutiny of the matter carries huge message to political parties that they be ready to pay the price and be accountable. Their concern has been to garner votes so far and remove illegal construction under the shadows of apex court. This judgment is an indicator that the parties must expose to vagaries of heated up environment around the railway tracks and be ready to compromise 48,000 votes. Gentlemen, the judicial activism which checkmated the legislative and executive branch was often termed as arbitrary interference of the judges. Justice Arun Mishra has shown the way that legal principles can be encapsulated nicely and actual work on ground may be left for the administration and the political parties. Let the other two branches be accountable and responsible towards the citizenry of the country. Thank you.